Notice that the emphasis is on the person, Sarah, who is the wearer of the helmet. Read this sentence. Notice that the emphasis is on the person, Sarah, who is the wearer of the helmet. Now, read this sentence. In the second sentence, the emphasis is on the thing, the safety helmet, which is being worn rather than the wearer. The second sentence says the same thing as the first sentence, but in a different way. The first way of describing the information is called the active voice. The second way of describing the information is called the passive voice. Let's find out more about active and passive voice. Let's take a look at some rules for identifying and using active and passive voice. Click each rule to learn about it. In the active voice, the subject performs the action. Read this sentence. The subject Sarah is performing the action, and the object helmet is receiving the action. As the subject is performing the action, the sentence is in the active voice. Let's look at another example. This sentence is in the active voice too. The subject, a friend, is performing the action, while the object, Sarah, is the receiver of the action. Here are some more examples of sentences where the active voice is used. In the passive voice, the action is performed on the subject. Take a look at this sentence. The subject, the picture, is receiving the action of being painted. Here, the object Sunny performs the action. As the subject is being acted upon, or is the receiver of the action, the sentence is in the passive voice. Let's look at another example. This sentence is also in the passive voice. Here, the subject, the apple, is receiving the action. The sentence has no object, and we do not know who has performed the action of eating the apple. The passive voice is used in a situation like this where the doer of the action is not known. Similarly, in this example, the subject, Jack, is the receiver of the action. We do not know who gave Jack the award, so the sentence is in passive voice. The active voice is more direct, so most writers prefer to use the active voice whenever possible. However, the passive voice may be used when the doer of the action is not known, or if the writer wishes to emphasize the receiver of the action. Here are some more examples of sentences where the passive voice is used. When a sentence is changed from active voice to passive voice, the subject becomes the object, and vice versa. Look at this sentence, which is in the active voice. The subject, Arjun, is performing the action on the object, the dishes. To change the sentence to the passive voice, make the object, the dishes, the subject. The subject, Arjun, now becomes the object. In the passive voice, the verb washes changes to its past participle form, washed, and the correct form of the verb be is added. When the sentence is in the passive voice, the receiver of the action is followed by the action, the preposition by, and then by the doer of the action. Let's look at another example. This sentence is in the active voice. To change the sentence to the passive voice, make the object, the roof of the house, the subject. Use the correct form of the verb be and the past participle of damage. Then use the preposition by, followed by the object, the storm, which is the subject in the original sentence. Sometimes, a sentence in the active voice cannot be changed to the passive voice. Take this sentence for instance. The word slept is an intransitive verb. Intransitive verbs are those that are not followed by a direct object. Therefore, no passive sentence can be formed. Here are some more examples of sentences that have been changed from active to passive voice.
Okay, dear student. So this media will help you to understand how active and passive voice are made. So it is very simple. In the next video, we'll be learning some more rules. Simple because you see the children play football. Here the children is subject and football is object. So you have to just change here. Football this side and the children that side. And we were according to the tense of the verb. So you see the children played football. It become what? Football was played by the children. Okay. The cat killed the mice. The mice was killed by the cat. Okay. I can do this. This can be done by me. So these are some of the example. We will see more elaborately in our next class. Okay then. So let's end our today's videos here only.